Kids and cadets, welcome back to Tommy Time. Somewhat nice to see all of you again. This happens to be a 2000 model year. Crafty, you may recognize this Double TURD. I had sold it to a gentleman a while back for 50 bucks. He had messaged me on a higher price machine and wanted me to go down to 50. And I said, let me get back to you. I remembered I had just fixed this Crafty just prior to him messaging me, so I thought this would be a good candidate for him. He wants to, or is cutting the elderly neighbor's grass. This gentleman's a minister of some sort. So I came up with this Double TURD, sold it to him for 50. He messaged me last night. He said, hey, one of the wheels fell off. So, Lawrence Carroll, you were right. No good deed goes unpunished. Gave the guy a good deal, and now we're back at it again, rectifying this thing. Super nice guy. He showed up at 8:30. We discussed what the issue was. He said he tried to get the nut off here and couldn't. He had a big SUV. I saw activity in the back seat. I said, "Oh, you got your child with you?" He said, "Oh, I've got two back there. We're heading out to daycare." So we unloaded it. He discussed the tank. So let's discuss that first. But first, let's give you the model number again. The engine number, actually. The 12 Hilo 802-2639- Bravo 1. 9th month of 2000 is the production date on that. I didn't give you that set of numbers, and it shows up as a 6 horse when I run the numbers. So the last video we had changed out the tank to another one because the original one, which is this one, had a rubber plug in it. I put a secondary tank on it that leaked. So in the meantime, I had AB compounded the original one, removed the rubber plug. Whoever had it had this compound attempt to seal it. So the AB seemed to work good. He said when he fills it high that it's leaking from the seam, and you could actually see it leaking now because I've had this thing moving around. So I told him it's not uncommon. They take the two halves and seal them together here. I just told him not to fill it past halfway and it'd be fine. He's looking not to pay a lot of money, and I don't want to put a brand new tank on a junk unit that may not last several years. Let's bring you over and give you the model number. It's the 917-387500. So let's discuss the wheel adjuster. So when he handed it to me, I thought, well, where does this thing attach? And it didn't dawn on me till a couple seconds later. This is the attachment point right here. So he says, I couldn't get the nut off. And then just now looking at it, I see he had some vice grips on here trying to grab this thing. It's all chewed up, but not bad. I can get a wrench on that. As you recall, this thing's a piece of junk. This wheel is disintegrating. Pretty soon this little piece is gonna fall off and we're gonna have a big floppy piece of rubber, but that's neither here nor there. So I'll end up getting this nut off, and what happened I'll bring you down here and show you. So I'm not going to charge the guy. This is just a quick shade tree mechanic fix. I'll have this done in no time. So this little tab is just a stationary keeper tab. It goes into this pre-drilled hole in the deck. The bolt actually pulled through here. That nut rusted around, and I see a little crack there. So we're going to do some fender washer action. This is how we're going to solve this issue. Once I get this nut off, here's an example of some really wide fender washers. I got to go through more of them and get a whole larger washer with a whole larger hole in it to fit the adjuster. That's not going to take it, but I want something this wide. This would probably do, but the wider the better. What we're going to do is use the washer to fill in this big pull through here. So the washer is going to go back on the underside, and that's going to give us something to tighten down to. So you guys get the big picture. The fender washer is going to be our saving grace. Hey, get it? Saving grace. He's a minister. I just made a funny. So probably the other side is on its way out. Who knows? This just got wallowed out through some rust, crack there, and just the whole wheel fell through. This was probably loose to begin with, and him going up and down. He said he used the mower 3 times. It was great until the wheel fell off. When he initially messaged me, I knew exactly who he was and what the turd was. I had thought for sure one of these wonky back wheels. Oh, he picked up a nail. Good thing this is not a tubed tire. Anyway, I thought one of these wheels gave way because the bearings are all shot. This one's even worse. You can see how cockeyed this thing is. A lot of play in that. I figured, oh shit, one of these big high wheels fell off, but no, it was one of these fronts. So that's the update on this turd. For the fun of it, let's check the air filter and the oil. He said they only used it 3 times, and it's been sufficient except for this issue. So Lawrence, you're right, as always, but I'm not worried about it. This is a 10-minute fix, first thing in the morning, get him taken care of. Okay, it's at the top mark. We hadn't burnt any oil, but you could see it's starting to get used. He asked me about fuel consumption. He says it takes nearly a tank to do the small yard. And I said, I bet you probably a lot of it is weeping out here and evaporating as you're mowing. I said, just don't go above that seam. So hopefully he doesn't lose any more gas. Hopefully this gets him a couple years worth of service. Maybe somebody will donate a mower to the church and he can get a better mower. Or in 2 or 3 years, he's going to be back looking for another cheapy cheap. So a little bit here. It's still looking new. I'll just blow this off and put it back on. There's hardly anything to blow off. A little bit of dust. So I wish all the projects were this easy. I just got to search out a similar size washer but a larger hole. So I think that's a 1/2 inch drive on this. Let me get a 1/2 inch socket and a 1/2 inch open end and try to break this now. I use the 50/50 ATF acetone on this thing before I got you guys out of bed. Or it could be 9/16. Let me grab some tools. Let's try to separate this right now. Okay, 1/2 inch on the inside, the outside nut that's semi-stripped. Let's grab something for that. 9/16 on that one. Nine sixteenths here and 1/2 on the inside. So let me put this on the ground, put some pressure on it, and try breaking this. Don't know what his tool situation is. Maybe he was using channel locks. Yeah, oh, I see what the deal is. I'm not thinking straight. I need a 3/4 inch in there to do that one. Here I'm thinking it's a straight through. Let me remove this one first. No wonder we got issues. No wonder he had issues. I'm following his footsteps. I'm thinking like a minister now instead of a shade tree mechanic. Okay, I just broke off the 9/16 nut. Here I'm thinking this is a straight through, and no. I need more motivation this morning. Okay, now we're cooking with fire. Now we can get the, I believe this is 3/4 inch. Yeah, that's what we got to do. Hold on a second. I was just adjusting some wheels recently, and I had a 3/4 inch socket, but I got an open end here. We're gonna go with that. Let me get back down here. Made in Japan, Sears. That's an oldie. When they went to their cheaper line of tools, they just put Sears' name on it and not Craftsman. But this is made in Japan, so this is quality wrench here. Probably out of the 70s. Okay, we just broke it free. I keep saying we broke it. You're thinking I'm destroying the parts. I just broke it free. So we'll put this all back together with a wider fender washer, and we'll hopefully get them a few more months of service. Okay. Now we're cooking with fire. I got it where it's coming off by hand. Okay, so here's the remainder of that piece that broke off the deck. You see the green paint, it just weakened itself and broke away. If I really wanted to, I could tack this back into place, but that's not happening. We're doing a quick fender repair, fender wash repair. So I just got to find one with a larger bore here. I could drill this one out if I was motivated. We're really close here in size, but not quite enough. A little bit of drilling would get us where we wanted to go. Anyway, that's what's happening. Appreciate you guys coming out. Lawrence, Carol, you didn't lie. Like I said, no good deed goes unpunished, but this is a quick. Get this minister back to doing his neighborly good deeds, helping out an older lady next door who probably can hardly walk. Anyway, that's where we are. Thanks for coming out. One more time, this is a 2000 model year Crafty. That's the engine number. So I'll finish this up. Maybe he'll pick it up today, who knows, or maybe before he goes to daycare tomorrow. I said, "We able to finish the grass?" He says, "Oh yeah, when it was nearly falling off, I just lifted the front end and ended up cutting the grass." He said it was kind of uneven, but I got the job done. And then he said then it finally bit the dust and fell off completely. So anyway, thanks you guys. Lawrence, you start fixing some junk today. I want good production numbers out of you. Tip your waitress and wait staff. Thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed this video. Maybe not. Who knows? Like and comment below. Like reading what you guys think of junk on four wheels and sometimes double turds. Have a good day.